a new one, and they're doing everything right with it. So if you're fans of Beefy and Tanner, highly recommend it. And if you're not fans of Beefy and Tanner, I still highly recommend it. All right, Kava Stress Relief. Time to break out the tea. And again, famous last words, but we've not had any, on the Yogi teas here, we've not had any duplicates yet. So let's see what happens with this. It had some sort of flavor or something that expelled from it. I saw flakes of something, probably flakes of tea. All right. Love, compassion, and kindness are the anchors of life. I spoke too soon. This is a duplicate. I have written that. I wrote a song called Anchors earlier this month. So we now officially have my first duplicate. Famous last words. I talk about how I've not had a duplicate, and I just got a duplicate. All right. So now that the duplicate's out of the way, let's go ahead and hopefully get something new. Develop the power of listening. That I like. And I could probably use it. I talk a lot more than I listen. So I could stand to take this advice. All right. Leave this on so I can actually have some hot water later if I choose to, because there was still water left over. And I'm definitely thinking we're going to go ahead and, you know, let's do the, not live drums this time, but let's go ahead and do some electronic drums first here. Ooh, that's got some fun stuff. Let's go ahead and go over to here. Octave up. I'm going to change my mind on this, but let's go with a completely different thing here, actually. Let's go into, I think it's battery. It's not in the Plug-in Alliance stuff. It's in the Native Instruments. Battery is what I believe I need here. Yeah, battery 4. I've actually got like the Baker's Dozen drums and some of the other stuff that I could potentially use too, where I think those are just like actual loops, though. Like, I think I've used the Silk Robe kit. Sinister 8s, huh? What makes up a Sinister 8? That is pretty sinister. Now that's fun. I may have to come back to the Sinister Slapping kit, okay? That's nice. That's different, but kind of fun. All right, let's see where our beat's at. Yeah, we can work with that. try that again. Oh, that'll be way better if I do that. All right, let's drop this down a bit too, because it seems like I'm really peaking. All right. There we go. That's fun. All right, we got some kicks and snares. This is a little different already, but I kind of like it. Hi there, Gordon. This may end up having a very, very different vibe from the ones you've already seen me do, Gordon. Hope you don't mind. Let's find a bass sound I like, though. That's a little ridiculous. Maybe a little too... That one's called 1991. I don't know if that's right, but let's try it. Let's try this. So I've got my drum part I made. I'm just saying it's going to be a little bit different. I do not know what stuff you listen to outside of Paul Westerberg. I imagine that you're probably a pretty eclectic guy. I personally don't even know where this is going to go myself, so... Acid Worm, huh? That one's called Acid Worm. Let's try that. Oh, no, it takes way too long to... Yeah, that one's a little... No. Let's find something better. Oh, I think I may have used this one before. Yeah, just Acrobatic State. How about that? That's a little ridiculous. Oh, I kind of like that. I'm a little loopy right now at this point too. Like being 29 days into this, yeah, it's getting weird, but it's fun. Nice. I like that. Yeah, go higher there. That's cool. It's funky. It's a little funky. It's a little... I'm digging it, though. I like this a lot, actually. With that sound, though, it sounds like something from a Sega Genesis football game or something. But I'm here for it. Acrobatic State. Okay, so let's add another dimension to this, and I don't know if this is going to be the right sound or not, but I keep going back to it. It's basically, I believe, like a Fender Rhodes, but it's called Blue Ballad. And it may go well with this, but it may not. But I feel like it goes well with everything. Just like for a long time, I kept wanting to add Wurlitzer to everything. No idea which way the lyrics will go. So let's try that. Okay, I think that'll work. Let's try that. 2, 3. Although the teabag gives me develop the power of listening, so that's definitely where it's going to go. Thanks, Gordon. Glad you're digging it. So that's that. Let's pick something out like. I'm gonna try to figure out what I want to do next with the rhythm. Oh, that's weird. Wow, that's weird. I love it. Like I said, I'm a little delirious right now. All right. Okay, let's do that. See, now the teabag, it determines my destiny only so much. What I try to do is incorporate it somehow into the song. Like, it was clear that last night's, due to the fact that Ben Folds did what he did on the Patreon for his patrons, where he challenged us to write a song about a specific story. So there was really no doubt in my mind that I was going to make that a song about the escaped monkeys story. The escaped monkeys on the freeway. So I read the story. I ended up writing it about that, but I incorporated the teabag into it just kind of as an extra challenge. That's kind of how, you know, I end up looking at something like this. Is it's a prompt that I can work with. If I really don't like it, I can throw it out. But it's a starting point for the lyrics. And it's like, what does this make me think of? Develop the power of listening. There's a lot of ways that I can go with that, but I'm going with the music first, kind of based on just whatever happens, whatever sounds good to me right now. It just happens that what's sounding good to me right now is very interesting. I'm listening to myself even and going, really? Huh, that choice, huh? No, that's not the one. Yeah, I can definitely... 2, 3. Let's do better. Almost. Shouldn't be that difficult, but... yeah, I just needed to play it twice. Unless it turns out that I want to do something different with the fourth one, but I don't think so. So let's... Huh. Let's do that. Okay. Okay. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4. That's GAD. That's what I got to do there. 2, 3, 4. That's a little off on the rhythm. 2, 3, 4. See what I got. I'm gonna mute the other one here to where I can only hear this one for the moment. I think that note's gotta go. Let's delete that note. Can I? I'm hitting delete. There you go. There we go. time. Lost track of what I was doing. I think one of the things I'm going to need to do in this acrobatics, or the battery 4/7 here, is that one note just holds so long, and it's overpowering in a way. So, yeah, no worries. Yeah, I definitely collaborate on occasion. I've actually got 2 side projects that I do semi-regularly. One with my friend Don Hawkins called Great Mimes. They think alike, they just can't really say so because mimes. And Agony Sauce with my friend Mo, and we're overdue to. We basically, Great Mimes has got an entire album that is more or less written. We just need to record the rest of it. We might have a guest musician that's a phenomenal guest musician. I'll go ahead and say it here, but it's not a for sure thing. But one of Don's friends is actually a famous drummer you would know of, actually, because he's played on Paul's recordings. And Michael Urbano might possibly be playing on like 3 or 4 of our songs, which to me would be phenomenal, but it's not set in stone yet. Don's been setting it up. It's a friend of Don's, and I admittedly would be beside myself if we happened to get him on some of our stuff. It'd be like, yeah, world-class drummer playing on our songs. Like, yeah, that would be phenomenal. We'll see if it happens, but they were in talks, and it sounded like it was possibly going to happen. It's just a matter of scheduling it now. But yeah, I collaborate semi-regularly with my friends on Songfight and everything too. My main problem right now is just giving myself the time, setting aside the time in order to do it, because again, I'm behind really on both Agony Sauce and Great Mimes. I have 2 albums in the works that need to come out. And when I'm done with January, that's probably where my time's going to go. In addition to releasing an April 1st album, in addition to doing January, I've been writing and recording a song a week for my Patreon patrons too, which is separate. And then, of course, the No Fake Friday videos. And I don't mind the distractions, especially when with a song like this, it'll be something where I can kind of come back to my thoughts fresh too, which can be good. Boy, that went to a different place with this part of the song. That's the verses. Yeah, I definitely need that one note to be way quieter if I can help it. Like, it's fun, but it's a little much at the same point. So I think if I can individually adjust the volume of that one. Yeah, I'm on the wrong track right now. Here, let's go over to this and find the note in question. I should be able to adjust the individual volume. I haven't used that one, and I probably won't. That's the one. Chord synth D slapping right there. Let's drop that way down. Okay, that's seriously too much. And then there's hold decay. I kind of want it to. It's interesting because the decay needs to come way down. I think that already helped a lot. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. Now it's not overwhelming. It's more of a layer now. Oh, I just totally came up with what I want my next note to be, though, I think. And we want to agree that's the note. That's cool with the C sharp. Yeah, there it is. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right on. And so let's see what we can do with the drums with that. That works. I didn't mean to hit that with it, but I think it might work. How do I want to do this rhythm though? There we go. We'll keep it da, 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 and then when it slows down on the bass, you kind of go with that too. Yeah, the mistakes can be the best. In fact, that's the whole entire, one of the things that got me about Paul Westerberg's stereo especially, was talking about, you know, is it unprofessional? Perhaps. Is it real? Unquestionably. It really stuck with me. Yep, almost had it. There it is. That's pretty fun. That might work. Let's try that. There it is. There it is. That's some weird chords with it, but so we start with. Yep, that's my winner. Let's. Oh no, let's not do that. Let's not accidentally delete that. 2, 3, 4. Oops. 2, 3, 4. Oh, or do I want to? Yeah, I think I actually do want to do that. I want to hit the multiples. Two, three, four. See, that's where we started this. Now I've got myself thinking here where what I may want to do, maybe, is actually to pull another bass sound out and double it, but specifically where I'm keeping the timbre of the one that's already in there, but to where another one's doing like the heavy lifting, to where it's combining two bass sounds, but the one that has been playing is lower in the mix, so the timbre is there, but it's not overwhelming. That's the hope here. I'm going to see if this sounds just as good or better if I use a sound that I've been liking a lot called Big Dog Bass here. Let's see what it sounds like together. Yes, that's fun. Yeah, so we still get a little of that buzziness, but if you muted it out, like it's doing the heavy lifting in a way. Yeah, that's nice. That adds depth, actually. That's fun. And I may actually add some guitar to this, just like some weird, you know, just complementary chords. Nothing too fancy. Oh man, I like that a lot now. That woke it up. I don't know if it's coming through on the stream, but that is exactly what this needed. Chorus. I do want an intro of some sort. I've been doing those, and especially I like seemingly kind of semi-deceptive intros where what you're anticipating based on like the setup of the song gets like the rug gets pulled out from under you a bit. Not too crazy, but enough to where it's like the thing that's set up is like, okay, this is related, but it's kind of on a tangent, and it's like you think you're gonna hear this, and then we're just gonna shift you just a little bit. Which in a way would be funny if it was a piano intro. And now that I've said that out loud, that's happening. I don't know if it'll be a pretty piano intro, but maybe just, doesn't even have to be anything crazy. Doesn't even have to be anything crazy, but just something that's kind of that it leads nicely from this, but I want the last thing to be a G for sure. Okay, that might be like just. That could be fun. So let's try. 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's totally it. It's gonna be. What the hell is this? All right. 2, 3. Da, da, da. This is so stupid, but it's fun. 2, 3, 4. I keep forgetting. I keep wanting to throw an F in there. Almost got it. Okay, here we go. So now, especially without being able to hear the metronome, this is going to be ridiculous. Oh man, I'm actually going to go one step further here, and we're going to pop in the drums here, if I can come up with something that's just light amongst these drums. Oh, no. In fact, we will go one step further and we will add a completely different drum kit that's more just a... There's one that's called Classic Records Beatbox stuff. Okay, that's probably not my winner. I want something very lightweight here. Memphis Studio Kit. There we go. Actually, sounds like packs a bit of a punch, but it may have some light stuff I can use. All right. There we go. Let's do the thing. Oh, because I'm on the wrong one. I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. It's because I'm literally on the wrong drum kit. I'm like, what? Where'd it go? So there we go. It's the E flat today. Yeah, definitely going a little more Steely Dan there, for sure, right? I love Steely Dan, so that's not surprising that you hear that there. But yeah, and it's... Oh my God, yes. Rug. It's still like related, but it's like, let's set up one thing and just upend that. Okay, that's not gonna do. That one part's too. So we turned the one part down, and in the meantime, there's a second thing that I hit that is still way too loud in the mix. Let's hear that again. Yes, that lick synth. That's gotta come way, 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 way down. Way down. There's to volume, velocity to volume. Where is the actual... Yeah, let's try velocity to volume down. Let's drop it way down. Okay, it's the velocity. It's the level. That's right, it's the level. That's way better. And then the chorus goes. want to go back into the... Yes, I do. I totally do. I want to end the song with this too. I am so delirious right now. It's ridiculous. And there. Oh, actually, I can end it with the same chord that I started it with there. If I could remember what the chord was. Here we go. Yeah, just that. Maybe I can add a note in though. Oh yeah, we'll throw the A flat in there. Just cool. Put that in the ending part here. Is there a long? Let's do that. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is on a seventh here. Like, now that's the funny thing. Like, I play minor sevenths like crazy, but outside of that, I'd be hard pressed to name what any of these chords are. My approach is more like, if it sounds good, do it. And then after the fact, someone can be like, "Oh, dude, you play sevenths and ninths a lot." I'm like, "Oh, cool." Yeah. I don't know. I just put my fingers where it sounds good. Like my knowledge of theory is incredibly limited, but it's more like, ooh, like let's throw in like this chord and then throw in that note with it. And so what we've got there is, let's see. I got an A flat in the bass there. So you get a G, B flat, C, and an E flat up here with an A flat in there as well. So it's probably like a combination of a mu chord with the seventh, whatever that comes out to mathematically. Oh yeah, that's really loud though, isn't it? That cymbal. Let's make the cymbal not as loud here for this particular spot. I'll just not hit it as hard. We want it to be a little light. It's the last note of the... There we go. I think that is everything I need for the song. Now I just need to build the structure. So thankfully in Ableton Live it's not that difficult to do. So I'm going to hit record, intro. So nice there. Verse, which still functions as an intro of sorts. So I'm gonna let it play through once. Play a second time and sing over it. Possibly letting it, I think, play through one more time for the verse. Then we got the bridge. And then to the chorus, I think. Verse. bridge. And let's go with the chorus now. You know what? One more time on the chorus. I don't think I'm going to bother going back to the verse. I think we're just going to go from this to the intro, which is going to be my ending. And now the intro, which will be the ending. Oh, man. Although now that I think about it, there's ones like Dr. Abernathy by Scritti Politti that totally do that same sort of thing, where it's this intro and then it hits you, then it goes back to where it came. There you go. Oops. That second cymbal wasn't supposed to happen, but that's okay. I can fix that in post. All right, structure-wise, that's a little all over the place, but it's also a 3.5-minute song. I can roll with this. Now, the question is whether I'm going to want to throw some guitar on this, and I think the answer is probably yes. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think we're going to have some fun with some guitar. Nothing too crazy. Probably very sparse, because this is already pretty busy as it sits. Like here, it might even be like octaves, like playing like a low and a high. Up. Oops. 'Cause it's got my microphone going into that. That's why we got some feedback. But we're gonna fix that. Oh, sorry. Let's drop this way down for starters, drop it way down, and I want something that's more like a, there we go. Now we're getting into the dismemberment plan territory. Actually, I like that a lot. Yeah, now I'm realizing this is coming together like a dismemberment plan song. And I'm here for it. I'm definitely keeping this. And I love Daryl Hall and Joe Notes. We've probably talked about that. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do, because I'm pretty sure for the verses it's just those 2 chords. Yeah, Daryl Hall and John Oates will almost always come out, whether I intended to or not, because definite influence. I covered the entirety of the Private Eyes album on my YouTube channel, so. See, this I like a lot. Okay, I got ideas here. And Todd Rundgren. I'm a big Todd Rundgren and Andy Partridge fan. Of course, they despise one another, but they work together on Skylarking, so there you go. Start recording it at least, because I know what was it? I'm gonna do the click track though. Try that again. Helps when you start on the right chord. my rhythm wrong there. Got my rhythm wrong. Gotta fix it. Oh, forgot. Goes into the chorus from there. Thought it went back to the verse. It did not. It's a little unsure on the finger in there. Better than that. Yeah, I think maybe like every other instead of dot 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 dot. Even though the keyboard's doing that, I think it's a little much. Almost. We're gonna redo that part, but it's coming together good. Yeah. I'm thinking this has probably got enough parts now. Actually, I'm just going to call it listening. The thing says develop the power of listening. We'll just call it listening. That is my title now. I've decided it. And I've said it before, I'm sure I'll say it many times again, but I think half of this is just making decisions and knowing, especially in situations like January, where you don't really have time to second guess yourself, so you don't. If you really hate what you've come up with, there's nothing that says you can't change it later. But in the meantime, I can dig it. Listening is what it's called. It's 116 beats per minute. It's about 3.5 minutes long. And I'm going to export all of the parts so I can do my main editing in Adobe Audition 3, which is a wildly outdated DAW, but I love it. It's very, very easy to use. So that's what I still use for most of my mixing. But additionally, I'm going to need to start writing some lyrics. And if I have any inspiration from real life on that, is I definitely have the tendency to talk over people without meaning to. It comes from the standpoint of wanting to get out my thoughts before I lose them. Imagine that. And yeah, I could do some listening. Yeah, develop the power of listening. There you go. I could do some listening is probably a line that would end up in there. So I've got conceptually where this could potentially go. And it will be interesting, I think. It is rendering the audio. This is one of the mundane parts, besides the mixing itself. But the structure's all together, and how long? We're 1 hour into this, 1 hour and 11 minutes. That is not bad considering how bizarre portions of this structure are. To get the structure and the main instruments down in the first hour and 11 minutes, I'm here for it. Hey there, Kyle. The structure is down. Now I need to write some lyrics, sing some vocals, and probably call it good. I don't think there's going to be a need for a guitar solo in this one. There kind of is at the beginning and the end, but it's just real basic stuff, though, too. 116 beats per minute. And let's open up Adobe Audition once it allows it. Ye old Adobe Audition 3.0. My DAW of choice still for mixing. All right, 116 beats per minute. Let's pop in the... And for what it's worth, on YouTube, the main focus isn't so much on me, it's on my DAW and all of the stuff that I'm doing in my DAW. All right, listening, battery, complete control. Okay, that should be all the parts. All right, one of those functions as the drums. Oh, that's right, I've got the intro part though too. So what I should do is, let's put that first. We'll put the drums from the intro first, the piano from the intro second, and then let's see, battery. Battery is the drums. It's the primary drums here. It's the Memphis Studio Kit, complete control, battery. I think the rest of this is looking pretty decent. So, okay, first thing is mute everything. Mute it all. Mute every last thing. Mute it. Now, unmute. One thing at a time. Intro drums. I don't think I'm going to need to do anything at all to the intro drums. Second thing is the piano. And I may throw a little more reverb on there. It's actually got decent reverb already, though. Maybe a little less reverb than that, though. Let's do an EQ adjustment for piano. That's nice. Yeah. And then the piano bass notes are actually filling in real nice for the actual bass, since there's no bass otherwise. So I think guitar will actually probably go next here, actually, because guitar does play during that section as well. So let's go guitar. I'm going to add some reverb on the guitar too, and that's way loud. I think that's going to work though. All right, so then that's a nice intro that I then ruin. So then it's drums and then bass. Oh, that's right, I got the second bass doing most of the heavy lifting. And the other one's for timbre. That's right. So I'll turn off the timbre one first. I actually think I'm going to have the guitar mostly to the left. My keyboard's mostly to the right. I don't think I'm going to put reverb on that. don't think I'm going to add that. It was a thought, but I don't think I need to. It'll make it busy for the sake of being busy. Though the more I'm thinking about it, maybe on the chorus. going to do that. We're going to do that in the choruses. Little tambo. Just on the choruses, we'll throw a little bit of tambourine in there. Tambo. All right. Partially because we can. All right. Hey, Tina, what's up? This is a weird song. I'll give you a heads up, Tina. It's a weird one. It's a fun one, but it's weird. Okay, that's right. We don't need it for that whole length. Right, let's try this. Have it low in the mix. Yeah, it's nice. Add some reverb to it though too. That's a lot of reverb. Maybe a little less reverb than that. Yeah, that's nice. All right, let's do one more for the chorus. Cool, I need some lyrics and some vocals now, I think. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to sing during this part, though. Although, that might even be more interesting if I did. So I wasn't going to sing during that intro. Yeah, I actually think that'll make it even more deceptive in a way. If I have. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Maybe a little less guitar. somewhere. So your process is exactly the opposite of mine, probably because you're a better musician. I usually start with the lyric and melody. Everything else is decoration. Fun to watch you do what you do. Now, here's the funny part about that. I prefer doing the music first, partially based on the fact is it can inform what my melody's going to be. And so by having that, like, to me, the biggest part of any song and like writing a song is option paralysis, because there's too many choices. And I can write to a lyric first. I absolutely can do that. And I've had decent songs that have come out from that. One of the biggest challenges ever was in the first January. I did a song called Today's News. And the challenge that was given to me on that one was melody first. And that was definitely like nothing I'd ever done before, because of the fact that I had to come up with the melody before anything else. Like, it was foreign territory for me. But it also turned out to be one of the best songs that I wrote that entire month. Very XTC, very Andy Partridge as a result of that. Yeah, and so, and it was fun because I decided, when I realized that the melody for the verses was all on the white keys, I thought, well, I'm going to make it to where all of the bridge is on the black keys. If we're going to have the melody be the white keys for the verses, let's make the bridges all the black keys. And then they come together on the chorus. And it happened to also be Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, so I thought there'd be like a message of, you know, harmony and such in there. Hello there, Spiral. How's it going, Suzanne? So here's this ridiculous song I'm in the process of writing. My prompt was develop the power of listening, and here we are. Deceptive intro. Been having a lot of fun with deceptive intros this month, where it sets up something and what you expect. It's like piano ballad. And there's the rug getting pulled out from under you. But it's so fun too, though. Like, it's a good challenge to do. And I would say in general, just like, especially if it is outside of your comfort zone, if you're not used to doing a song where it's the lyrics first, you should try doing it, because more than anything, you might challenge yourself to come up with something that's distinctly different from your other output. That's what I found happened with the melody first. Lyrics first is the same thing. And if I'm finding that I'm writing too many songs that are sounding samey, because I play multiple instruments, it helps that I can go to a different instrument. Like, start with a different instrument. Let's start this one on bass. Let's start this one on keyboards. Let's start this one on drums. I've done a few songs where it's drums first. And that's just part of the fun, is just deciding. And it's really all about making a decision, where it's like, the problem at first is it is option paralysis, because there are far too many choices. So you have to narrow those down by picking one thing. You're going to be doing a similar thing, live streaming for February album writing month. Nice! Well, that's very cool. You know, good luck with that. I'm delirious right now. Like, and I think like my fatigue is catching up with me, and it's coming out in the song being a little on the bizarre side, the structure. As a result, I don't know if I'll do February album writing month or not. I'll never say never. I've got to write a song a week for my patrons anyway. And now that Ben Folds is doing his challenges for us, could happen. Could happen. Here's my intro. All right. And develop the power of listening. I love hooks too. In fact, one of the greatest, I'm stopping myself here too, one of the greatest compliments that has ever been paid to me as a songwriter came from Andy Partridge. When he was on Twitter, I wrote a song called Andy Partridge, and he heard it. He actually ended up requesting a CD copy of it be mailed to him. Never heard from him after that part of it. But Andy referred to my song as an earworm. Like, the master of earworms said I'd written an earworm. Like, die happy. Die happy now. He liked this song that bears his name. And when he was still alive, Jerry Rafferty said I sounded like a young him via email, which was also just incredibly cool. Hi, DC! Okay, why don't I focus on that chorus? Because it'll be 4 lines. I'm not a big fan of like reusing words. Oh, thank you so much, DC. Appreciate it. Although you're not that late into it, like this one has. I'm delirious right now. I'm technically like probably exhausted and running on fumes. But part of it is, I think maybe the inner editor is asleep at the wheel right now, and so choices maybe that I normally would not have made are like, just let it through. Let it through. think I got that second part of the chorus. Yeah. And again, our tea bag sits there and tells me develop the power of listening. So I'm going to utilize that with him, of course. It's called listening. Ooh, okay. So normally something that I would normally, I try like hell to avoid using words more than once. Using words at all. I write instrumentals. No. When I use a word, I try not to reuse it unless it's with purpose. And just now in the chorus, I realized that syllable-wise, you get that when you come up with a melody that you like. It's so I've got 10 syllables, 7 syllables. So but I'm going to repeat the word power, like right there, where I could stand to develop the power of listening. But that seems awkward, but it can end up working if the previous portion of that does the same pattern with a different word that repeats. Then it comes across as a more intentional thing, and I think it's going to work. The first half of this is coming together. A change you've been witnessing. A change you've been witnessing. Yes. And it's not hard and fast on that, but if you've got a melody, purpose, exactly. If you've got a melody that you know that you like, then the beauty of that is that you now know that, okay, if I want to follow this melody that I've come up with, I have 10 syllables, 7 syllables. And the second half of it is also 10 syllables, 7 syllables. So give or take, you might be able to fudge it a little bit, but ideally it's going to be 10-7, 10-7. Change you've been witnessing. Yep, there it is. Boom. Chorus written. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change. So here we go. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. 10-7. I could stand to develop the power of listening. 10-7, 10-7. So now I just got to sing it and maybe drop some Hi, Chris. Here we go. Let's record this. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. Oh. So rhythmic value creates a delivery, keeps the listener engaged. Sorry, I'm not sure if I should be asking questions. No, by all means, please ask questions. I'm more than happy. Like, part of the reason I'm doing this is keeping myself honest, but part of it is if people have questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. It's not going to delay me that much. To me, it's more a matter of it starts sounding awkward if you go outside of that. If you've set up a melody and an expectation of that melody and you start to stray too much from that, like repetition legitimizes. That's like the big Adam Neely put it that way, and I think that there's something to be said for that. It sounds more intentional if you have this set melody and set syllable count and you can repeat it. It sounds usually more neat. So, and deliberate. It sounds more deliberate. There are times when you purposely want to break out of that, just like the intro of this song where I set up an expectation and I yank it away. But by and large, especially if it's something like a chorus or something that's going to hit, it's going to sound more intentional and more put together well if you've fit it to where those the syllable count is something that you've now considered. I think of, actually, of all things, it's in hip hop. You have MF Doom. MF Doom with the mask. And one of his examples would be, one man's waist is another man's soap. Son's fan base know the brother man's dope. Each of those syllables rhymes with one another. One man's waist is another man's soap. Son fan base know the brother man dope. 9 syllables each time, and every single one of them lines up. I think there's 2 of the syllables that don't rhyme. And it's just, yeah. Often it will make a difference and sound really cool if you can make it fit that. There's situations where, yeah, it's best to, there's no right or wrong answer, but at least in my experience, for hooks and for things that are especially going to hit hard, it's going to hit harder if you fit it into that formula that you've set up. So let's see how it sounds. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening. All right, let's see what we got now. Exactly. The best hip-hop artists are, and MF Doom to me is one of the cream of the crop for that reason, because, like, when I realized he'd break things down to the syllable like that, it's like, he's not even just like putting the end rhyme, he's making everything up to that point, like a ridiculous number of syllables are all lining up. It's like, who does that? That's so cool. There's a lot to do, but Doom's definitely among them. Change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening. Yeah, let's do that. But I think, and again, like, I ended up covering an entire album's worth of Jerry Rafferty covers for what would have been his 71st birthday. I did 24 songs in 12 days, realizing that his birthday was 12 days away. And so I recorded 24 songs within that. There's a lot of things I learned from it, but one of the coolest things that I learned from it was realizing what he would do with, like, the harmony parts is that he'd add them as the song went. The first chorus has no harmonies. That second chorus comes along, you have a second harmony in there. By the time you get to that final chorus, you have like a full section. It's built up to it. And a lot of times, in general, what I almost unconsciously do with the songs that I'm creating with this here, is that you're giving the ear something a little different each time. And, whether a person consciously notices it or not, it gives the ear like, oh, that's something new. Oh, that's something different. And changes it up. Again, there's times where it's best to keep it like this, just even keel and not do anything with it. But by and large, I like to give like slight little differences. I heard an interview with Sting where he was talking about the creation of songs, and that was one of the things he talks about, is he likes throwing in something a little extra as the song progresses, that, or taking it away. It's just giving the ear something a little different where it's similar to what you've already heard within the song, but then throws a spin on it. It's kind of fun. Hello, Mom. So what I'm going to do for this first chorus is I'm not going to sing it every line. The first line will be by itself. A change you've been witnessing. That's what we'll do, is it will be every other line that I come in with and do the low harmony with it. Builds up that way. G, C, box 2. And here we are. A change you've been witnessing. The power of listening. Okay, so now we've got that. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening. All right. Change you've been witnessing. So now I could just copy paste my vocal performance from there, but I like having slight differences in nuance by re-performing it. Like, it's more work, but if I sing it a little bit different, like, it makes it fun. The same way where, like, if I'm doing an acoustic guitar part, I'll normally do it twice. Once for the left speaker, once for the right. Try to keep them pretty close to the same, but there'll be little differences, and that really will tickle the ear in the headphones. So instead of copy pasting, which, you know, copy pasting works sometimes, but more often than not, I like to sing it a second time. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening. And slight differences too. Do you think that I thought that I caught you doing that funny thing? Change you've been witnessing. I think there's the one line where I went down instead of up here too. I don't know if I like it though. The power of... Yeah! Yeah, we can work with that. We can work with that. So, this time, first time, the backup vocal only did every other. Ooh. But this is a double chorus. So maybe we'll keep it the same on the second chorus. We'll do this the same. The first time, there's 2 choruses at the end. I'll do it exactly the same as the first chorus the first time. But for that second one, I'm going to sing all the way through. All right. The decision was made. A change you've been witnessing. The power of listening. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening. And I try to remember what I did previously so I can match it when it makes sense to match it. So what I'm going to do on top of that is do the high harmony, which will always sounds pretty damn ridiculous by itself. If there's anything that I do where you don't hear the context and it sounds super ridiculous, it's the high harmony parts. Will be like, I'll have my wife and our niece laughing, like, at least to themselves when they hear it by itself, and then you hear it in the context of the song. It's like, oh, that's cool. Seem in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. Okay, let's do that. Seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening. That works. let's hear it without the context of the music first. But yeah.
It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening.
All right, so now with context.
It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening.
Okay, and then I often end up hearing like the sound of like stopping the keyboard, like because I hit the space bar to stop and start. Sometimes those bleed into the song, and I try to make sure to remove those. Oh, I wish. Jacob Collier, I wish. I am not that harmonically gifted. I can do a good 3-part harmony, but you start getting into the 4 and 5, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Sounds like a different song. So I got the chorus. And the beauty of this now is that the chorus can help to, because that part's defined now. Yeah, no silent space bars. Sometimes you can even just make sure you hit the space bar on time with it, and it's extra percussion. Okay. And again, because I've defined the chorus now, the rest of the song can hopefully serve that narrative. That would be the trick of doing the lyrics second. Because the nice part about the music being there is that I know what that sounds like, and I can craft my melody around the chords that are there. But the narrative has a better chance of suffering and not seeming coherent and not being like a through line. That would be the danger of this, because you're fitting it more to the melody, more to the vibe, more to the music, rather than the narrative. So that challenge becomes, how do I keep the narrative that I'm going with together? And that can be trickier when you do music first. Oh yeah, I said this happens to me too. There are no silent space. Oh yeah, no, that's right. We saw that. Also, the whole song "Mood Change" is popular now. Oh, Billie Eilish, "Happier Than Ever." Good call. Very good call. I love Billie Eilish too. I think she's incredible.
It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing.
Okay, we're getting there. Okay.
It would seem I'm in the
Okay. Woo. I have a bad habit cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. So I have a bad habit of cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. Needs more imagery. Put the listener into a scenario down by the bus stop on Bleecker Street. Remember the place where we used to meet. You're not wrong. Not a bad habit of cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. All right. All right, let's do that. I have a bad habit of cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought.
I have a bad habit of cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing.
Okay, I think we got a bridge, and now I just need to sing it again, I believe, a second time. I don't think it comes up any other places in the song. So just before the double chorus, we'll have a second time here. I have a I want what I for my first note. I have a bad habit of cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. I don't know about thought. I have a bad habit of cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. There we go. I changed it. My thought and my thought. A little different there.
I have a bad habit
Of cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. I'll do the second half there, just like the every other, just like what happens a little later. Cutting people off. Cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. Lose my thought. That's what I'm going to do there. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. That is the right idea. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. There we go.
I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening.
Okay, we just need verses. I don't think, well, maybe the intro. It might be words for the intro and or the ending here. But verses are going to be the main thing now. Verses, the main thing. So, let's give a listen to the bridge and the verse. The bridge and chorus.
I have a bad habit of cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening.
occurs, I've been cursed with the power of listening. Yeah.
It would seem I'm in the midst of the change you've been witnessing.
I could see that if the narrative was going that way, especially. But I'm thinking by the end of the narrative, not much has changed. Like, I could stand to have that power of listening, but I'm not there yet. But I can see where that would be a good narrative choice too. Just think I'm probably going a different route. I think I've got a half a verse. I need 2 verses, or unless you want to call this a verse. I've got like the beginning half here. And I don't know if this is the melody, but I talk a lot, I play with my phone whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home. Yeah, I talk a lot, except for when I don't, ignoring everything because I'm in the zone. We're getting there though. And again, the intro, I don't know if I'm going to sing over the intro or not, but it's such a different vibe. Same sort of thing here. That blurred line singing. Yeah, it's similar. Similar. It's got that da 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 da. You're not far off. Except it definitely does not sound like Marvin Gaye, though. It does not sound like Got to Give It Up. So that makes me, I especially want to make sure I change the melody up to where it doesn't sound too much like Blurred Lines, though. Good call. Even if the rhythm's similar. Although I may be able to throw it off. Have a good night, DC. So, one way that I could get around that. One way I could get around that would be to change the speed. I talk a lot, I play with my phone. So yeah, that'd be a way around it. Like sounding too much like da 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 is like delivering the first set of lines slower and then speed it up. But I like it better though. I do like it better. Because it's like the topsy-turvy sort of thing that way too. Where we've set it up where the first half would be like, I talk a lot, I play with my phone. Whenever I'm at home. Yeah, I talk a lot except for when I don't. Ignoring everything because I'm in the zone. Why should I leave the house? I do it less and less. Like that's really fun to like switch up the speed of it. Like it's yeah, I can dig that. Only need one more line for the first verse. Yes. All right. Verse 1. I really do like it better, though. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Because I'll hear it that way every time otherwise, too. That's the other part. Da 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 ba 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 da 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 da. And it adds to the whole, like, the whole thing is about being awkward. So changing that rhythm up makes it a little more, again, kind of, I like what it does. I talk a lot, I play with my phone. Whenever I'm out, whenever I'm at home. Yeah, I talk a lot, except for when I don't. Ignoring everything, because I'm in the zone. Why should I leave the house? I do it less and less. I'm not chasing clout, I'm not there to impress. Plus when people are around, I get awkward quick. First I have to speak, then I'm regretting it. Oh, let's try it again. I talk a lot, I play with my phone. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home. Yeah, I talk a lot, except for when I don't. Ignoring everything, because I'm in the zone. Why should I leave the house? I do it less and less. I'm not chasing clout, I'm not... Okay, I can do better with that. It's coming together. I talk a lot, I play with my phone. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home. Yeah, I talk a lot, except for when I don't. Ignoring everything, because I'm in the zone. Why Okay, that was really good up to that point. Whenever... Ooh, doo, doo. Why should I leave the house? I do it less and less. I'm not chasing clout, I'm not there to impress. Plus when people are around, I get awkward quick. First I have to speak, then I'm regretting it. Why should I leave the house? I do it less and less. I'm not chasing clout. Okay. I talk a lot. I'm playing with my phone. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home. Okay, let's try it again. I talk a lot. I play with my phone. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home. Yeah, I talk a lot, except for when I don't. Ignoring everything, because I'm in the zone. Yeah, there we go. I am definitely going to do the... I'm going to do the low vocal over the second half of that. I do it less and less. I'm not there to impress. I get awkward quick. Then I'm regretting it. Then I'm regretting it. I need to do that one a little better than I just did. Then I'm regretting it. There we go. It's a little better. Okay, I think that's going to sound good. I want to keep the first verse by itself.
I talk a lot, I play with my phone. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home.
I did a weird thing with my voice there.
Whenever I am out, whenever I
I don't know if I like that.
Whenever I am out,
Yeah, my throat.
whenever I am out, whenever I am.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that. I am. Worst case, if I like it enough, I can bring it back. But I think I want to change that.
With my
Whenever I. How did I sing it though? Ever I am out. Whenever I am. Nope. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home. Yeah, that's way better.
I talk a lot, I play with my phone. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home. Yeah, I talk a lot, except for when I don't. Ignoring everything, because I'm
In the zone.
Why should I leave the house? I do it less and less.
I'm going to do In the Zone from the other one. We're going to add the low vocal there. Because I'm in the zone. Okay.
Why should I? Ignoring everything, because I'm in the zone. Why should
I can hear that keyboard click. Away with thee. All right. I think I only need the second verse for sure. But then again, maybe the intro too.
I talk a lot, I play with my phone. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home. Yeah, I talk a lot, except for when I don't.
I heard the click again.
I talk a lot, I play with my phone. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Except for when I don't. Ignoring everything, because I'm in the zone. Why should I leave the house? I do it less and less. I'm not chasing clout, I'm not there to impress. Plus when people are around, I get awkward quick. First I have to speak, then I'm regretting it. I have a bad habit,
And again with the clicks.
then I'm regretting it.
I can see it in both cases there. You can actually see the visual of it, of that keyboard click.
I have a bad habit of cutting people off. When it occurs, I'm releasing my words before I lose my thought. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening. I have a bad habit.
All right. We got second verse.
Have a bad habit.
There we go. I'll put that there. I'm not a lefty. It's a mirror image. Like if you try to read the Shoney's mug, it's backwards because Facebook. Front-facing camera. Gordon, you'll appreciate this. Chris, you as well. Because you know the story about Paul Westerberg, and meeting him where he's like, oh, you're the guy. But the thing is that he did give kind of a wry, sly grin right after that. I told him, I'm like, I got the CD to you, from the bouncer. I'm the guy that, recorded all the cover. He's like, oh, you're the guy. But then he got that grin right after, and I just apologized, like laughing like, oh God, yeah, I'm totally. I now in this moment get how that could seem weird. Say I apologize, but it would be like you meeting Bob Dylan, and he's like, I met Bob one time. Really? What did you talk about? We talked about the weather. So I just now basically made a little bit of a reference to that in the lyrics that I just wrote. I'm owning up. It's something I can fix. I'm an older dog attempting some new tricks. Think it scares my friends. They wonder who this is. They put their fingers up, shaped like a crucifix. So there you go. Kind of a reference to that. Hey there. Carnage. How's it going? Carney Raid. Hello, hello. Sorry, I just now saw that. Maybe it's been up there for a bit. Oh no, it looks like you just said it, so we're good. Outro. I got a bad habit, gotta kill and stab it. Maybe we can talk about the weather. I might have to do something like that. No, Paul Westerberg could not have been any nicer. He was so incredibly nice, and I think that he just recognized that I was a mega fan, but that I was not going to be, I could see, again, it's like, dude ended up recording my entire album, a cover album of my album Stereo, gets his face photoshopped like where it's, like that especially, it was like, boy, that was a bad call. That was such a bad call. I am so lucky he was so gracious. But my other favorite thing about this is before the days of like everyone having a cell phone around. So I had a digital camera and I ended up like the people in front of me were like, could you take a picture of us and then we'll take a picture of you? Absolutely. Total stranger. Took a picture of them. They took the picture of me. I emailed them their photo. So I have other photos around somewhere, perhaps. I don't know if I still have them. But they took the picture of me with Paul and vice versa. But someone who was like two people ahead. Oh yeah, my friend's band toured with him. All good feedback about Paul. I've heard horror stories about people meeting Paul, but it's mostly in the early days, like the Replacements era. It seems like, especially by the time he got to his solo stuff, he was really chill. But to speak to his generosity, there was someone that was like 2 to 3 people ahead of me in line waiting by the tour bus to meet him and talk to him. And oh, there you go, 2015. Fantastic. But Paul realizes that this person who's standing in line is like shivering cold and they don't have a jacket. So he goes onto the tour bus and decides he's going to gift this person a jacket from the bus, basically. Like, here you go. It's yours now. It was like this leathery, like fake leather, like sort of thing. But like he still kind of joked like, yeah, don't mind the stains. Don't mind the stains or whatever. But just gifted this person a jacket, like goes to snag it from the tour bus and gives this jacket to this fan who was freezing. Yeah, how cool is that, right? Yeah, what up? No worries. Just like 2 minutes ago, was doing music theme stream with Fuser. I love Fuser. That's so fun. Kept the music. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played Fuser. I should actually get back into that. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the second verse here.
It's something I confess. I'm an older dog attempting some new tricks. Think it scares my friends. They wonder who this is. They put their fingers up, shaped like a crucifix. Then I won't have a need for changing anything.
I need 3 more lines. Another note on the Paul Westerberg part of it too. I've read some sort of an interview, and you guys probably already know all about this, but apparently he has tapes upon tapes upon tapes of unreleased material. None of it's marked. He put it, he could not find a song. Like if he had a specific song he was looking for, he could not find that song if he tried. And to me, that is my Disneyland right there. Let me at it. Let me at it. Like, volunteers tribute. I will go through every last one of them, mark them, convert them to digital if you want. Like, gladly do the entire thing with that. Because apparently the other thing is that when he ends up actually getting an idea with it, if he doesn't have enough tape around, he will just tape over the master recording of a different song that he's got, thereby wiping out the only copy of it in existence. It's like, don't do that, please. Yeah, like the guy doing the Prince archive. No, seriously. And I am the sort of like person where we've gone and done like Airbnb style things. And the thing that I found relaxing was going through these people's DVDs that they had, like, and just there was no rhyme or reason to their DVDs. And I sorted all of their DVD collection in like the wallet things. Like, okay, these are all the kids' movies. These are like, I decided like, because there was clearly no rhyme or reason to it. And it was like, that's who I am. Is like, all right, so I'm going to go through all of this and be kind of ADD and like, then we don't have like Predator next to like Blue's Clues. Yeah. There you go. All right. Oh, a crazy fan should break into Paul's house. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I would definitely. I've heard of people that move to Minneapolis just to be near him and hope to meet him. I am not that guy. I already, like, covering the album and everything, like, was enough. Like, if I ever did that, I would absolutely want his permission and blessing on it. How far away am I? Spokane, Washington. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. But I put it out there, like even in my YouTube thing, one of my most recent YouTube Paul Westerberg things, I was like, volunteers tribute. I'll take a couple weeks off from work. That would be my Disneyland. Seriously. Like, just going through them, marking them. Damn, that would be a privilege. Like, oh, see, Sydney, Australia. I'm closer. It's more possible for me. It's in the continental United States, at least. I do think the likelihood of it ever happening is next to zero. But I put it out there. I have put it out there in my YouTube thing where I'm like, yeah, if you ever want someone to do that, I will gladly do so. Oh man, that's awesome. Bob, Mare, and Rhino are already. That's. I will buy it. I will buy it. Oh my God! Have you seen the car Irk video of Paul? If you're talking about the Walgreens like man on the street interview, that is one of the funniest things that I've ever seen, and I always. I never get sick of that. I love going back to that where he's Paul Miller. Damn, that is so funny. I need 3 more lines. Two lines. One line. One line. All right, we got her. All right, let's do the thing. I'm owning up. Do 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 do. I'm owning up. I'm owning up, it's something I can fix. I'm an older dog attempting some new tricks. Think it scares my friends, they wonder who this is. They put their fingers up, shaped like a crucifix. Used to speak my mind, I've done it now and then. I've seen glaring eyes, I won't do that again. If I have my way, I'll just be staying in. Then I won't have a need for changing anything. Woo. I'm owning up, it's something I can fix. I'm an older dog attempting some new tricks. Think it scares my friends, they wonder who this is. Let's try that again. I'm owning up, it's something I can fix. I'm an older dog attempting some new tricks. Think it scares my friends, they wonder who this is. They put their fingers up, shaped like a crucifix. Used to speak. I'm gonna do that. Shaped like a crucifix. I'm gonna sing that with a little more conviction there. Yeah, that's really not good. The first take was not good there. Shaped like that wouldn't have been much better. Shaped like a crucifix. Shaped is the note. Shaped like a crucifix. Yeah, there we go. That's so much better. It scares my friends, they wonder who this is. They put their fingers up, shaped like a crucifix. Used to speak my mind, I've done it now and then. I've seen glaring eyes, I won't do that again. If I have my way, I'll just be staying in. Then I won't have a need for changing anything. I have a bad habit of cutting people off. It's something I can fix. I'm an older dog learning new tricks. I'm gonna sing a lower vocal now. Let's do the thing. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I can fix. Attempting some new tricks. Thank you very much, Carnage. It's something I can fix. Attempting some new tricks. They wonder who this is. Shaped like a crucifix. I've done it now and then. I won't do that again. I'll just be staying in. For changing anything. It's something I can fix. I'm an older dog attempting some new tricks. Think it scares my friends, they wonder who this is. They put their fingers up, shaped like a crucifix. Used to speak my mind, I've done it now and then. Now and then. We're gonna do that. Who this is. Shaped like a crucifix. We're gonna do that high vocal again. These high vocals always sound ridiculous by themselves. Shaped like a crucifix. Shaped like a crucifix. I've done it now and then. Done it now and then. Done it, penis if you do. I've done it now and then. I won't do that again. Yeah, that's what I want to do too, though. I've done it now and then. I won't do that again. I'll just be staying in. For changing anything. Oh, damn it. I cut it off. This will be the last one. For changing anything. For changing anything. So now we got what it sounds like with just the acapella vocals. I've done it now and then. Used to speak my mind. I've done it now and then. I've seen glaring eyes. I won't do that again. If I have my way, I'll just be staying in. Then I won't have a need for changing anything. Yes. Used to speak my mind. I've done it now and then. I've seen glaring eyes. I won't do that again. If I have my way, I'll just be staying in. Then I won't have a need for changing anything. I have a bad habit. Now the only thing that I need to maybe consider is whether or not I'm going to sing in the weird intros. I like that. Yeah. So we're going to make this real simple with those opening lines. Instead of speaking, instead of speaking, you could listen, give it a shot. You don't need to talk. Instead of speaking, you could listen, give it a shot. You don't need to talk. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to do it a little better, but I think that's the last lines I needed. Instead of speaking, you could listen, give it a shot. You don't need to talk. Yeah, that was pretty good. Instead of speaking, you could listen, give it a shot. You don't need to talk. And I'm going to end it the same way. Instead of speaking, instead of speaking, instead of speaking, you could listen, give it a shot. You don't need to talk. Instead of speaking. And then the first time it was by itself, and this will be with the low vocal. Instead of speaking, you could listen, give it a shot. You don't need to talk. Okay, let's try that again. Instead of speaking, you could listen, give it a shot. You don't need to talk. I need to do that. Need to talk. You don't need to talk. You don't need to talk. Almost. I want to have it to where it changes the note at the same time, though. You don't need to talk. It's very close that time. I think it's close enough that time. And we're going to do the high vocal. Instead of speaking, instead of speaking, you could listen. Instead of speaking, you could listen, give it a shot. let's almost got it here. Instead of speaking, you could listen. You could. I think it needs to be that note. You could listen. You could listen. Give it a shot. You don't need to talk. Listen. So again, with just the a cappella by itself, I always find this to be a little bit fun when you hear something out of context, but then you hear them together and it sounds like this without music. Instead of speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot. You don't need to talk. Was there a vibrating of my phone? That's gonna be funny if so. You could listen. Give it a shot. So now in with the music though, we get this, and I think the song's done. Instead of speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot. You don't need to talk. Yeah, we got a winner. All right. And I think I'm going to trust enough at this point. Well, I say that. I've said that before, but I trusted enough. I'm not going to listen before mastering. I'm just going to master it. No. Let's listen to it without headphones. And then it'll be available. Yeah, I can already tell that's too loud compared. You could listen. Give it a shot. I may need to bring up the piano. You don't need to talk. Okay. Instead of speaking. Yeah, that's already better. You could listen. Give it a shot. You don't need to talk. Yeah, that sounds pretty level. Now, one thing I heard was a breath that I want to remove. I'm owning up, it's something I can Like right there, I could hear the. I want to remove that.
I'm owning up, it's something I can fix. I'm an older dog attempting some new tricks.
Let's try that again.
Older dog attempting some new tricks. Think it scares my friends, they wonder who this is. They put their fingers up, shaped like a crucifix. Used to speak my mind, I've done it now and then. I've seen glaring eyes, I won't do that again. If I have my way, I'll just be staying in. Then I won't have the need for changing anything. I have a bad habit of cutting people off.
And get rid of that breath as well.
Cutting people off. When it occurs,
And that's how it works too. You won't necessarily notice it, and then like he points it out, and then you'll never not hear it.
when it occurs, I release in my words.
I know to listen for it.
Lose my thought. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening. Instead of speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot. You don't need to talk.
Now I do think I can hear that. Oh, you can hear something. But I think that's like a drumstick. Oh no, there is no drumstick involved right now. That one. That was the keyboard, the sound of pressing the keyboard to stop the recording. But yeah, there was enough echo and stuff. I thought like, oh, drumstick. Like, no, I didn't play live drums. There are no drumsticks. But that one, I think that's intentionally on the piano. Yeah, because there's a sound like it's intentionally into the Alicia Keys piano sounds, where it's like the sound of a pedal. Like you hit a pedal and you let off the pedal, and they left that in there intentionally. Thank you so much, Carnage.
You don't need to talk.
But I do think I may need to bring up the piano even more, because by the end, it's these vocals at the end are overwhelming the piano.
Speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot. You don't need to talk.
Now that's way better, but is it too much of a change is the thing now.
Instead of speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot.
And the other thing is I could drop the individual volume of the vocal in that spot, and that might be part of what I do here too. Meet it in the middle. So let's do that.
Instead of speaking, you could listen.
And now I won't need the piano as loud.
Give it a shot. You don't need to talk.
Yeah, that still makes it nice. One more time.
Instead of speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot. You don't need to talk.
That's a nice transition. It sounds good.
I talk a lot, I play with my phone. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home. Yeah, I talk a lot, except for when I don't. Ignoring everything because I'm in the zone. Why should I leave the house? I do it less and less. I'm not chasing clout, I'm not there to impress. Plus when people are around, I get awkward quick. First I have to speak, then I'm regretting it. I have a bad habit of cutting people off.
All right, let's do this.
I could stand to develop the power of listening. Instead of speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
The change you've been witnessing. Instead of speaking,
I think I still need the vocals a little
you
lower,
could listen.
because by the time all of the rest of this comes in, I think I need it a little lower on the vocals here. So let's try it around 5, maybe. -5 from what it already is down.
Instead of speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot. You don't need to talk. You don't need to talk.
I think this is going to be our last little bit that I need to do.
You could listen.
One more transition.
Instead of speaking.
There it is. We have a winner. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and file, save, edit, mix, stereo. So we're going to mix it down, we're going to master it, and I'm going to upload it. And it'll be available probably within the next 10 minutes or so. Completed song. This will be number 29. I have, what, 2 more to go? Wow. I was thinking I had 3 more to go after this. No, I got tomorrow and Monday. Wow. All right.
Instead of speaking.
Oh no. Buffer overrun detected. Good thing I saved the file right before. We're going to delete though, because sometimes the file that it tries to bring back is garbage. And so hopefully, yeah, no, it looks like all of my changes are still there. Boy, that's scary when that happens though. Still, edit, mix down, stereo. So assuming something like that doesn't happen again, we should still be able to get this up. 2 to go. How about that? That's not so bad. 29 songs down for this year, for January. 2 to go. Huh. I mean, I've done this before, but it always feels weird right around the time when you get down to the single digits and like right at the tail end like this. I mean, I'm still going to be writing other songs, but it just won't be one a day, so it'll feel like a vacation. They are uploaded to glencase.bandcamp.com. You can also go to glencase.com, which directs you to a link tree that has the Bandcamp page and a whole bunch of other stuff, too. But no, I will actually put the direct link here momentarily.
Instead of speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot.
And Beefy's playing PUBG, and it showed up in my friends list. All right, we got that, and now we're going to go into the mastering. Mastering software. And normally by the time you're done hearing the mastering here, it'll be available, and I'll have a link for you. 2 and 2 roughly. No, not -2. +2. There we go.
Instead of speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot. You don't need to talk.
Thank you, Gordon. That's so Dismemberment Plan right there, though. I definitely reached into my Travis Morrison and Dismemberment Plan book on this, too.
I talk a lot, I play with my phone. Whenever I am out, whenever I'm at home. Yeah, I talk a lot, except for when I don't. Ignoring everything, because I'm in the zone. Why should I leave the house? I do it less and less. I'm not chasing clout, I'm not there to impress. Plus when people are around, I get awkward quick. First I have to speak, then I'm regretting it.
I love that transition so much.
Cutting people off.
I love how that turned out.
The curse of releasing my words before I lose my thought. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening.
Have I had this saying 28 days? I've had this the whole time saying day 28. It's day 29.
Attempting some new tricks.
Second time I've done that.
It scares my friends, they wonder who this is. They put their fingers up, shaped like a crucifix. Used to speak my mind, I've done it now and then.
Really?
I've seen glaring eyes, I won't do that again. If I have my way, I'll just be staying in. Then I won't have a need for changing anything. I have a bad habit of cutting people off. When it occurs, I release in my words before I lose my thought. It would seem I'm in the midst of a
Yeah, it doesn't take long once it gets going.
change you've been witnessing.
Like the song's still playing in mastering software.
I could stand to develop the power of listening. It would seem I'm in the midst of a change you've been witnessing. I could stand to develop the power of listening.
Bow, bow.
Instead of speaking, you could listen. Give it a shot. You don't need to talk.
I like that one. All right. Thanks, Gordon. Thanks, Carnage. Appreciate you. And it was about 3 hours and 22 minutes overall. Not a record, but I'll take it. It was a reasonable amount of time for the assignment, I think. When am I taking my show on the road? Never. Probably never. I have toured as the bass player in a band called Buffalo Jones. We had some really cool shows where we opened for Cracker and Camper Van Beethoven. I then convinced David Lowery to join us on stage. The way that I put it is we normally do the song, Buffalo Jones would do the song How Can I Live Without You from their album The Golden Age. And I said, no, normally we would play that, but obviously we won't play that tonight unless you want to join us on the stage. And then he did, and it was amazing. And he ended up befriending the band. He produced their album, but I had left the band by then. So there you go. I met him, I hung out with him a little bit, but I did not get the studio experience that the rest of the band had because I was out of the band by then. But I've done the touring thing, I've done the live thing, I have done the thing of traveling miles and miles and miles and miles, and you're playing for 5 people and the other band. So Yeah, like the need to tour the like I would almost take more like the Harry Nilsson approach of no, I'm good. I'll stay in my studio and I'll make a lot of music to listen to, but touring, I just don't see what the point would be. There's certainly like if I play a show even here in Spokane, there's going to be like 5 people that show up. So you'll check out the other songs too. Thank you very much, Carnage. Appreciate that. I hope you enjoy some of it. Yesterday's song was very ridiculous. It's about monkeys on the freeway. It's based on a challenge that Ben Folds gave to us via his Patreon. And it's a real story that inspired the lyrics. Monkeys on the freeway. It's a ridiculous one. And the day before that, you knew I was delirious because the title I ended up coming up with was Lego My Ego. So yeah, there's been some interesting ones this month. But I'm gonna call it. Thanks for hanging out. See you later. 2 to go.